All right. You freaking guys. Trickle on in, take your seats, and settle down. It's time for another hypnotic commentary, and my voice is back, baby. The lingering cough that I was dealing with from being sick a few weeks ago, it is finally gone, and the vocal cords are feeling like $1 million. Now in this gameplay, you're going to notice that I'm playing as straight up Lord Starscream, and that's at the request of Likely Tree, who used the magic word correctly when they said, please play Starscream, best Transformer ever. You got it, Likely. This one's for you. There's been a lot of requests, and I have a list going. I'll do my best to get to as many as I can. Soundwave, Nemesis Prime, Jazz, and Ironhide will all be coming soon, so don't you worry. We'll get to them. But anyway, let's dive right into the meat and potatoes, shall we? I realize some Transformers Reactivate-ish related news popped up last week. Is it worth talking about? For sure. Was it big enough to try and rush out a video? Not really. As most of you who are active in the Discord know, I had my birthday last week. It was very good, and I do appreciate all the messages that I received from all of you guys. But it was also a busy week with like family engagements, and when you combine that with working, 13-hour days like I do, well, I just didn't have time to sit down and focus on a quality commentary. And I hate feeling like I'm rushing to do anything. I want to be able to take my time and focus on the quality of what I'm doing when I'm making videos. But anyway, what was the news? Well, it revolved around some of the new toy line info that popped up over on TFW 2005. JT Prime 17 had posted some information regarding waves of toy releases for next year in 2024. I'll leave a link to the post down below for those of you that are interested in scrolling through and checking out all the different characters and figures that were listed. There's some good stuff on that menu for sure, so check it out. But the one that caught everyone's eye was listed under Wave 3 for Studio Series in August of 2024. As you can see, there's a listing for Deluxe, Rise, Lifeline. Now we know these toys have had to be worked on for quite some time now, and Transformers Rise was the name of the game before Splash Damage took over and subsequently changed it to Transformers Reactivate. So, this toy is almost certainly a character from the game. So let's first talk about this from an actual news and timeline standpoint, and then from an actual character standpoint, shall we? So as we can see in the post, Deluxe Rise Lifeline is supposedly scheduled to release in August of 2024. Now, in the last video, we discussed a possible timeline for the Transformers Reactivate beta and eventual release. And this kind of falls in line with what I was already thinking. Obviously, our hope was that we'd see the game or the beta revealed at Gamescom. But we knew that was just a hope, and it didn't end up happening. No big deal. The more likely scenario at this point is that we see this supposed beta in December of 2023. Keep in mind, this is just me speculating at this point, but the Game Awards is December 7th. And the Game Awards are where the initial reveal trailer was shown last year. It would be a great stage to reveal more of the game and announce the beta. After all, the official website still says we're getting a beta in 2023. Early December is still 2023, although there's not much time left after that. But if we stay on that premise, that the game is revealed in December, closed beta soon after, then heading into early 2024 could most likely see a second open beta, then some more downtime for tuning, balancing, and bug fixes, then an eventual release in mid to late summer for the actual game. After all, we've already discussed the idea that fans are going to need to be familiar with this universe and these characters before the figures actually hit the shelves. Otherwise, people are going to be like, what even is this? So if Deluxe Rise Lifeline truly is showing up on shelves in August of 2024, then we're going to need the game to come first so we don't put the cart before the horse. Make sense? This is the timeline I was already thinking might be the case, which is why I didn't stress out to rush and make a video. I mean, is this news? Yes. Is it massive? I mean, no. It just kind of slightly confirms what we were already kind of feeling was going to be the situation for the timeline of how this game is going to shake out. Now, let's talk about Deluxe Rise Lifeline from a different perspective. And that's from a fan perspective. First off, y'all know I love my Studio Series figures. So Lifeline being a Studio Series makes me big happy. But there's more to it than that. First, let's start off with who the heck is Lifeline? Now, I'm not going to nerd-splain the entire character to an audience who probably is already aware, so let's just nab the basics from TF Wiki right quick, alright? Lifeline is a Paradron medic, the last of her kind. She is a pacifist at Spark and rejects violence to such a degree that she feels ill at ease treating soldiers, knowing full well that she is only sending them back to fight once more after they've been healed. However, she isn't the squeamish type. Her sensibility and pragmatism allows her to deactivate without qualms patients who have no chance of surviving and would only suffer would their lives be prolonged. Okay then, there's some meat on this bone. First of all, what a character. That description actually reminds me of a quote. My voice coach used to tell me before I had to head out on stage and perform in front of like really big audiences. I would always get kind of nervous and he'd say, remember, heart on fire, but brain on ice. Meaning 110% passion, but never lose control. Lifeline kind of embodies that to me, and I'm here for it. She feels for everyone, but she is focused on what needs to be done for the success of everyone. Now, I'm really stoked to see how she fits into Reactivate. Obviously, she's going to be a healer of some sort. That's pretty blatantly obvious. Maybe playable on the battlefield, maybe an NPC. I have no idea, but I cannot wait to see. But the next aspect of Lifeline that has me really stoked is that she's very obviously a repaint of G1 RC. And here's why that gets me pumped. I don't like any of the RC figures that are currently available. I considered the Rise of the Beast Studio series, but there's still something about it I can't quite put my finger on that I don't really like. But if Lifeline is being released as a Reactivate-inspired RC repaint, then that opens the door for the figure to also be put together as RC herself. And man, do I ever want a good Studio Series RC for my collection. Both of them would go great together on the shelf, just chilling side by side. I got time for that. Shout out to Veronica the Autobot, by the way. We've had some discussions in the Discord about this very topic, and now it's all coming around full circle. I want to see some really quality figures for our beloved female Transformers, and that brings me to the last thing that I want to talk about. Now, this has nothing to do with Reactivate, but those of you who have chatted with me in the figures section of my Discord know that what I really want more than anything is a top-tier Slipstream figure for my collection. None of the ones currently available impress me in any way, shape, or form. Don't repaint Windblade and tell me it's Slipstream. Come on now. But according to this same post that we've been examining throughout this video, supposedly we're getting a deluxe Slipstream in October of 2024. Please let this figure be inspired by her appearance in War for Cybertron. I really want her to get her own figure, and I really want it in my collection. I just can't do the repainted Windblade. War for Cybertron Slipstream did not, N-A-W-T not, have rotors in her wings. LOL. But with that last thought, I have officially run out of time for this one. Be sure to use the links down below to follow along on Twitch, Twitter, and Discord. But until I get to see your beautiful faces once again through the power of the interwebs, do me a favor, will you? Always wash your hands when you want to eat, but always keep them dirty enough to see where you come from. Think about that until I catch you on the next one. Peace.